What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here with the ISSL Super Truck Series at Daytona for week number 5 of season 4. We are closing in on the end of this one as we got David out there taking a qualifying lap. 7 trucks have gone out and qualified so far. Joshua Moore going out now to qualify. Letting everybody get in here. Go ahead and go through tonight's sponsors. Why we get a chance? Of course, we have the series, the iRacing Super Stocks League, alive and running. Raise awareness for suicide prevention. What's up, John? Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Go check out aliveandrunningiowa.com. Omnia Gaming. Maconey Setup Shops, Smoky Mountain iRacers, Warrior Photos. Go check them out for some great iRacing photos. We got the Christian iRacers Association, or just Christian iRacers, and Buck Kicker. So, we got another 50-lap race. These guys have run some clean races this season. It'll be crazy to see how tonight might turn out. Are we going to go 50 laps? No caution yet again. As we watch David putting down a lap time. He's currently 8th quickest. Let's see if he can pick up the lap here. The time on lap number 2. As we got about 2 minutes left. Joshua Moore out there. Probably he's just about done with his first lap. Or just about to come to his first lap. Nope, complete it. So he's going to have just enough time to put in a second lap barely as he crosses the line for his first lap. Where is that going to put Joshua in that number 51? Quick time on lap number 1 is Joshua with a 52.35. So Joshua on the board at the top of the chart. Let's see where David ends up in the 906. He's going to come across the line for a second lap. He's going to shoot up the 4th quickest. So we got a couple late people in here. It looked like Francesco showed up a little bit late here tonight. Now, right now it's showing me 8 more drivers, but I think 2 of them aren't out there. So it looks like we're going to have a 15 truck field here tonight. Should be some great action as Joshua's going out there to run this second lap. No. He wrecked it. Joshua junked it. Let's go see what happened. Oh, he's just celebrating that quick time. Big jump there, and he gets into the wall. So Joshua in that candy corn, number 51, going to be our pole sitter. What's up, Ox? What's up, Ox? Can he take the victory here today? I do not see Kevin here, at least not yet. Let's go see if anybody isn't all the way in yet. Oh, Kevin is definitely not here. So I don't know where Kevin is, but he's taken 3 wins this season. As it looks like we're going to get ready for gridding. Let's go to tonight's starting grid. Starting on the pole with that quick time is going to be Joshua Moore. He's got to feel good about that qualifying time, putting him on the top of the charts. Trevor Keith in 2nd. Austin Green's going to be in that 3rd position. David in 4th. Eric, I think that's the farthest David has qualified all season in 4th. Eric in 5th. Ambrose in 6th. Tyler Bacon's going to start in that 7th position. Gary Sack in 8th. Kenny in 9th. Braxton's going to be in that 10th position. Nash 11th. Kyle Knapp in 2nd. Or 12th, sorry. Wow. Whew. I'm getting these all mixed up. Let's go to the second half of the grid. We got Francesco's going to be starting in that 13th position. Kevin is here. And 14th. John Ernst 15th. And Jeff is here. So Jeff did make it. Jeff did make it back in here. And I don't see Robert. So Robert looks like the one person that did not make it here tonight that was on the list. So we're going to have 16 trucks taking the green flag here tonight. to do 50 laps here at Daytona. How about Joshua Moore? Now we know what he's going to do. Suckiest sucker. Yeah, Jeff is right where he belongs. I mean, Jeff's starting in the back tonight. Now, remember, Josh is going to be starting on the pole here. We know what he's going to do. He's going to end up sitting up there for a couple laps probably, and then dropping to the bottom on the back straight and moving to the back. Expect him, Kevin, and Braxton to work together with a short pit. Unless they shake it up a little bit. Ernst, thank you for the share. Appreciate it, brother. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that ticker because we don't need that ticker. We want, or that tower. We need the ticker up on the top so we can see more of the screen as we get ready for race number 5. Josh, now these guys do get a drop week, but I was taking a quick look. I saw the points were posted today. Let's go, Jeff. Where's Jeff going? I mean, he's already in the back. Our top 5 in the points is going to be Kevin, Braxton, Josh, Francesco, and Nash. So Joshua Moore, when I say Josh. Now, remember, these guys get a drop week. This could potentially shake up some. And just for you Jeff fans, he is in that 11th position. He's only one spot out of the top 10 in points. All right. We're going green this time. Bye, guys. I know my Braxton fans are going to be showing up over on YouTube here in a few. Make sure you guys give us a shout out in the chat as we get ready for the green flag out of turn number 4. Joshua Moore and Trevor are going to lead into the green flag. Where's the rest of that top lane? Where are those guys at? Oh. Hey, David, get up there. No, yeah, he's one spot out of the top 10 for points. So that means he's wrecked a little less than everybody else. All right, pace cars, they get ready for the green flag as they come through the tri-oval. Green flag is out. Joshua's going to get on the gas and they candy corner number 51 as they come across the line and out front. Trevor Keith on the high side. That's a good looking truck. I like that chrome maroon red. Good color on that number 48, but he's going to fall back as Austin Green is going to put that bumper to the back of the number 51 as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, big run for the bottom lane. Top lane is going the wrong way in a hurry as they head down into towards turn number 3. Joshua Moore leading the way. Here comes Trevor fighting back on the outside with David McGuire on the high side behind him as they head through turn number 3. Who's going to lead lap number 1? They come out of turn number 4. This is Daytona. Bottom side is going to usually be the better side. Coming out of turn 4, it's going to be Joshua Moore leading lap number 1. They're going to be side by side all the way through the field. All the way through, 2 by 2. Well, maybe not all the way through. All the way through the first 3 rows anyway. As they head through turn number 1 and 2. Top side. As they come out of turn number 2, we got a couple cars. It looks like Austin, and who is that? Who else is that on the bottom side? That's Gary Sack. I'm going to drop back a little bit. Big surprise there that Moore stayed in that bottom lane and didn't drop back too. He's going to get stuck back in that 3rd position. I definitely expect him to drop back on the bottom side this time by coming down the back straightaway as Trevor is going to lap number 2 with David on his heels. I know, it's one thing to be at first and a whole other thing to be in that 3rd position. They're going to head through turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 single file side by side behind him as they come out of turn number 2. Let's see if Joshua moves down. No! Trevor moves down out of that bottom lane. He's got that lap line. He's going to move towards the back. At least the back of this front pack. All right, they're going to be side by side up to the front. Here comes Ambrose on the high side. He's got Francesco pushing him through turn number 3 and 4. That top side's going to be fast with that number 14 pushing as they come out of turn number 4. It's looking like it's going to be Ambrose leading lap number 3. Let's see who's got it at the line. Ambrose taking the drop to the bottom. Francesco now leading that top lane. Heading down into turn number 1, Austin's found his teammate. Through turn number 1 and 2. These two. This is Ambrose and Austin Green, two of the best pushers out here on the top row together, trying to push themselves up to the front. Francesco leads the line. Austin second. They're both. It's a good teamwork there. That's going to put Francesco out front. Are we going to have 4 laps, 4 different leaders? It's looking that way as they come out of turn number 4, looking for the start-finish line. It's going to be Francesco leading lap number 4. So 4 laps, 4 different leaders. That is impressive. All right, we going to get anybody else leading this thing? As they head through turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 going to break away a little bit as David falls back. Is he looking for help? Definitely a little bit different look than we've seen, as now we see that Joshua Moore is dropping back in the pack of that number 51. So Joshua Moore going to the back as expected in that number 51. He's probably going to drop right behind that number 48. Our front row is now sitting in 13th and 14th. Back. Oh, we got contact. We got a wreck. Wreck out of turn number 4. Somehow they mostly keep it straight. We got one down on the pit road. Oh, what happened there? That got a little crazy. Let's see what happened. It looks like the 16 might have come up a little bit. I'm pretty sure the 16 came up there, guys. What do you guys think? Good recovery by those drivers, though, but 16 is definitely going to get a drive-through. He came up the track. Nothing he could do. Looks like the 12 of Kyle got into that one. He's going to have some damage. Remember, these guys don't have fast repairs, but look at what it did to the field. Oh, the yellow flag did come out. The yellow flag did come out. Surprised the caution came out there. Those guys definitely. Oh. Really surprised they threw the caution flag there. Oh, I didn't see that. Who got that inside wall? Was that Tyler Bacon? No, was that Tyler Bacon getting that wall on the 13? What happened to him? We're going to have to back it up a little bit here. Oh, yeah. He was part of the original. All right. So, yeah. I thought he saved it, but I guess he didn't. I don't know if I agree with that call. We're going to go back and take a look. What a pin entry. All right, guys. Let's jump up. Let's jump up on the blow. Bacon's done. Oh, it was Bacon coming down. All right, so different angles speak different stories. We're going to go ahead, go far chase. When I looked at it from this view, it looked like the Bacon coming down. A little more obvious now. Let's look at the 6. All right, so that one's going to be on Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Hey, what's up, Stacy? What's up? What's up, Chris? We got our Braxton fans up in here now. All right, so caution flag number 1. Not a familiar sight in this series. Very rarely. Yeah. No, that's what I figured. I went back and looked at it. It definitely came down. But yeah, so I'm surprised he's even going. He smoked that wall. He's going to get the EOL for this one. It looked a lot different when I went through the blimp for sure. Tyler, thank you for the like. Appreciate it over on Facebook. So David's got the lead. We got a couple people who did come down pit road that were up towards the front. Francesco was leading. I think Francesco did everybody. Yeah, everybody came down pit road, but David and John Ernst. Curious on how this is going to affect the strategy with Josh and Braxton. Braxton in that number 8. And Kevin. Where is Kevin? Kevin, where are you? There you are. Kevin's on pit road in that number 42. Now these guys coming up to top off a little bit of fuel here with 1 to go. Go Gary. Much luck, you and Jeff. Yeah, Gary is currently in that ninth position. Where is he? Showing him 6 right now. I think he's going to be like 7. Hey, look at there. Jeff's in the 8th position. All right, we're going to go green flag this time by. As they line them up side by side, we got to wait on Braxton. Well, these guys are coming up, catching up. There is Kevin. Joshua Moore's going to be behind him in that candy corn number 51. He's going to take out that cone. I don't know what that cone ever did to him. And what's going on with Nash? Nash is coming off pit road. Did he have some damage? He spent a lot of time on pit road. He definitely spent a lot of time on pit road. So we're going to come out of turn number 4 for the green flag. Yeah. Well, or a truck. No. Okay. Yeah, maybe he'll finish it today. My hopes up too soon. I love it. Love it. All right, pace car is going to make it a sharp left-hand turn onto pit road. As you can see, a lot of these guys did with 1 to go. They're putting single file. Green flag is out, and David leads the pack. Ernst kind of by himself as Francesco's getting to that back bumper, that number 906. Looks like help is coming on the top side for Ernst as Ambrose is trying to get back on that bumper as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Let's all wow. Through turn number 3. Oh, Ambrose blinking a little bit. He's going to blink a little bit. That could throw off that top line as they come out of turn number 4. Top side starting to gain some momentum. Ernst trying to make his way back up towards the front. He's going to lose a little bit of ground to the triumph now. Look at Jeff down on the bottom side. He's going to scoot his way up to that 4th position. Is Jeff too far forward as they head through turn number 1 and 2, side by side with Ernst. Back there battling for that 4th position as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Ambrose on the back bumper of the 71 of John Ernst. Can he get him towards the front as they head towards turn number 3? He's now side by side with that 3rd place driver of Gary Sack as they head into turn number 3. I don't know if Ambrose is just not sure about pushing John or what. That top side just is not getting any go. Oh, Jeff is going to get a little squirrely as he gets the apron down the front straightaway. We're going to head into turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 nose to tail. They are about as close as they can get as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Wow, they're so close for that top 3. They are drafting about as good as you can. as you head down the back straightaway. But here comes Ambrose to the back bumper of John Oh! Francesco up the track. I don't know if there was contact there, but it's going to split the field a little bit. What a save by the 14 of Francesco as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, Gary got in the back of him. You're talking about it now. Back up to the front. It's going to be David on the inside. John Ernst up high. John Ernst making some ground. That little mix up on the bottom side definitely helping the top side get some momentum. They got some more help as they head down the back straightaway. It's going to be a drag race for these guys heading towards turn number 3. Can the top side get some momentum as they look for turn number 3? It's going to be David McGuire on the inside of the front row all by himself as they head through turn number 3. Who do we want to win? Are we going to see snow in Daytona? You know, Jeff is lucky to have friends. Jeff is lucky to have friends like you guys. As they come out of turn number 2, it's going to be a drag race for the lead. Francesco way down low. I don't know if that was a push or he was trying to bail. Gary's going to bail too. They're going to move back. I'm not sure he feels that way. We got Roger in my group, so we definitely give Roger a bunch of BS all the time. Michael, thank you for the like. As John Ernst leads the way now on the bottom side. He's got the lead that time by. That was definitely crazy up at the front of the pack there when I think and I think Gary wasn't 100% sure what to do. So he ended up indirectly bailing too. But plate track racing, that's all right as we got a new leader. As Austin Green is giving a big push to the 2 of Eric on the high side as they head through turn number 3. Look at that. Nash has made his way up 12 spots. He's up to the 3rd position. As they come out of turn number 4, that top side is rolling. Ambrose going to jump up to the high side. Organized now, except for those little groups where you got 3 or 4 guys working together. They're just kind of looks like they want to be in, who they want to work with. But Eric now on point with Austin Green. Heels through turn number 1 and 2. He is lucky as much as he sucks. Oh. Down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Nash now out in front. This is probably going to be the race with the most different leaders because Nash now leading this group as they come out of turn number 4. Coming to the line, looks like Nash is going to have it this time by as they come around to complete lap number 16. Kevin, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. What's up, Uncle Kenny? How you doing? So everybody's starting to get a little single file here. Are we going to get some single file racing? It looks like the 16 has recovered nicely. Who is the 16? So we got Dave. Eddie's the number 16. All right. That's why I was confused earlier. All right, Nash is going to lead the way through turn number 1, 2. I'm doing good. Bud. Oh, turn 3 and 4, sorry. As it looked, I don't know what Kevin was doing, but he looked down on the apron and coming back up. Through the trioval, the field is now single file. So here's the question. How long are they going to stay this way? Get it, number 8 yet? We all know Braxton. He's sitting back here in the 13th position. These guys are probably going to short pit this to some extent. Back here in the pack, Braxton right there with Joshua Moore and Kevin, right where he wants to be. I mean, they still have to pit, but we have had a caution. That is the one thing that we haven't had. That's one thing we haven't had in most of these races, and I'm curious on how that's going to roll out a little bit different. Maybe everybody's going to still support this, and they're going to all put together, or will they still pit in the next few laps? It'll be interesting to see what that trio does. As we watch a battle for the lead, Eric on the high side, he's got Austin behind him. Nash down low. And on number 2, down the back straightaway. So Austin pushing Eric. I'll tell you what, there's only a couple people out there that push as well as Austin Green and Eric. Now as he's getting pushed up to the front as they head through turn number 3. They're going to lose a little bit of ground on the outside, but it looks like Austin lined up for the exit of turn number 4. He's going to get right on that back bumper. There they go. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it as Braxton, Josh, and Kevin all coming on pit road doing their short pit as they head through turn number 1 and 2 with the pack. So we got 19 laps. It's going to be 30 to go when they cross the line next time by Nash leading the way on the bottom side. So, are these guys going to try and pit, or do you think they're going to try and pit for caution? Knowing week in and week out, Braxton, Josh, and Kevin have beat them on pit road. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Here comes a pack of cars, big pack of trucks down on pit road. Let's go take a look and see if we get any craziness. Everybody hitting pit road really good. I don't think anybody got any black flags, but we're going to take a look at no black flags as of now. So it looks like a good cycle for this group. Not trying to let Braxton, Josh, Kevin get an advantage here. I'll tell you what though, if you're Kenny, you almost have to stay out. Got Eric, Kyle, Trevor, and David as they come up on lap traffic. Yeah, I knew Tyler Bacon was going to hit the inside wall, the pit road wall really hard. He's got to be underpowered. All right, so here is Braxton, Josh. Okay, so top 4 all coming on pit road. Let's see if we get away with no penalties here as Eric leads them in. Let's go take a look. No black flags coming on the pit road. So that's been the one thing that has bit all these guys. It looks like Nash. It looks like Nash and Austin are coming in this one. Here comes Braxton leading that 3-pack as they come to take what's going to be the lead as they come out of turn number 4. More than likely going to be the lead. Yeah, they all did. Everybody did a great job on pit road. I'm going to take a look one more time, make sure nobody with some penalties. It looks like they're passing. David, yeah, no penalties issued on this green flag pit cycle. And looks like everybody. Well, we got a bigger pack than usual. Those trio didn't get away from the rest of the pack. We might end up with a big pack here at the end of this one. That could make it interesting. Last week was definitely not the type of race we're used to seeing. We got a bunch of little 2 and 3 car packs. Let's see if these guys can get organized. Where did Jeff end up? Jeff is currently 9th in that cycle. He is pushing Gary. So those two able to work together as they close in on Trevor. Trevor's been fast tonight. This might be somebody good for them to hook up with. They're going to just back off and get in line behind Trevor and try and work their way up to the next pack. Kyle, all by himself. Kyle is about 4 seconds behind this group. If those 4 guys can get together, they could potentially catch these guys, but that's going to be awful difficult to do. It looks like we're going to have a couple of different packs once again. All All right, they're going to get in line here out of turn number 4. They are closing in on Kyle Knapp in that number 12 machine. Are they going to try and go around them? They are going to go to the outside. They got a big run. They might as well keep that momentum going. Kyle's just going to have to catch the back of their draft. Shouldn't be a problem into turn number 1 and 2. Let's go back up to the front. So this could be awfully interesting. Here's the crazy part. Francesco all the way back at 14 by himself. He needs some help. Francesco's going to need a lot of help. I don't know what happened on pit road, but he is 14 seconds behind the rest of the field. I'm wondering if he took tires and nobody else did. Did he forget to uncheck tires? Definitely a possibility as we watch the top 5 single file with 26 laps to go. 26 laps to go. Now, here's the time to look at these gaps. It looks like Kyle had a hard time, is having a hard time keeping up with this group. That looks like it could be an issue. These guys trying to work together, but they're floating a little too high in the corners. We're going to see. I don't think they're going to be able to gain on that top group if they don't get it in line and keep it straight. They need to stay on that yellow line right now. That's going to be the key. Can't drift up in the corner, and you gotta be willing to push. Gary, definitely an aggressive pusher in that number 89. They are gaining on the front pack, It does look like Kyle has closed up the gap between these 3 also. As they come across the line, 25 laps to go. These guys have to be absolutely perfect. They lost a little bit of ground down the front straightaway, so they are struggling a little bit, but part of that might have been these guys racing. That might have helped them gain on them a little bit where they did, because it looks like they might now be losing ground. Let's go Braxton. All right, Nash out to the front as Austin pushed him out there. These guys got to lead this pack of five trucks. This should be a great battle at that if these guys can stay together. Nash and Austin both hungry for wins. I'll tell you what, Joshua Moore is going to want to win in that number 51. Can he get that candy corn machine up to the front? Well, we know he can get it out front. Can he get it out front on the right lap? That's going to be the big question here. Or is Joshua Moore going to be another case of never the bride, always the bridesmaid in less than 24 laps? This group here trying to get organized. They are gaining. They are definitely gaining on the front pack. They've gained 6.5 seconds. Now, before, when these 3, the 51, the 42, and the 8 are all nose to tail together, we have seen these guys be absolutely perfect to be able to pull away. But with the mix of Austin and Nash, is that going to be harder for them to do? Is that going to allow the other groups to close in? It definitely is looking like Braxton is gaining. Trevor is gaining on Braxton at the back of this group. All right, they're trying to organize a little bit further back. It looks like Gary is going to go to the back of the pack. He's a little too hot here. Jeff is going to do some pushing now as they come out of turn number 4. We're going to put Gary to the back of the pack. He had to get those temps down. That number 89 was running hot. Oh, he caught the apron. Got a little bit loose. That is definitely going to hurt these guys some. They lost a little bit of ground. Go back up to the leader. These guys running single file, not racing it too hard. I'll tell you what, these guys always want to lead every lap, but it's not always possible. The other thing these guys have an advantage of is they don't have to catch anybody. So they don't have to push quite as hard. So temperatures are not as big a difference unless that group starts to catch them. Then they're going to have to get a lot more aggressive with the pushing. As it looks like Austin's going to move back in that number 7, as his temperatures might have been getting a little too high. So Austin's going to slip it in to that fourth position as Braxton gives them to come down. These guys up at the front of the pack, all working together. That probably cost them a little bit of ground on that second pack, but the second pack is going to have to do the same thing. 21 laps to go. We see a lot of strategy getting played out here, like we seen last week. Just a lot more shuffling of position. These guys starting to look a lot better, but it looks like that group behind them might actually be catching them, which could create either problems for these guys or more of a push, but I don't know if they got enough time to do anything, as we are coming into 20 laps to go this time by. 20 laps to go when these guys cross the line, as it looks like Trevor is being allowed to lead this one. We got Jeff in that 7th position. What's Jeff going to have to go out in that number 39? Go Braxton. Yeah, Braxton's in a good spot. He's currently in 5th in this front pack. He's where he wants to be. He is definitely where he wants to be. If they can keep it this way for the next 20 laps, it's going to be a shootout between these 5 guys. They also got to worry about crashing. They don't want to crash when they do start getting racing, because this group back here could pass them for the win. Francesco definitely in a tough spot. He's now hooked up with Kenny. But these guys definitely struggle, and they're quite a bit off the pace. They're about a second slower than everybody else. Francesco has to feel absolutely hopeless in that 14th position. I am not sure what happened on that pit cycle for him. Oh, maybe I can move up. That makes sense. Look, yeah, he had a 25-second pit stop. I'm not sure why. It's so much longer than everybody else. It looks like from 10th on back, they took 4 tires too. Definitely different strategies being played as we jump up to the front back. They're going to come out of turn number 4, looking for 18 laps to go. Nash leading the way as he's got Joshua Moore right behind him as they come across the line. It's going to be 18 laps to go. 18 laps to go. Can they keep this up? They're definitely pushing away from the second group. Wow, they were 4 wide coming out of the turn there. Or through the trioval. Not sure what happened there. Gary, sometime, must have been a bad push. Bad push, or somebody got on the apron. So, these guys now going to be 8 seconds back. All right, so from the sounds of the conversation, it sounds like it might have been Trevor got the apron. We're going to try to go back a lap and see if we can figure out. Oh, that is exactly what it looks like. Yeah, he just catches the apron there, and it checks up the whole field. Wow, that could have been a whole lot worse. Good heads-up move by all 4 of those drivers, keeping it going straight, avoiding each other. Unfortunate, they lost a bunch of ground, but definitely heads-up move. They could have lost a whole lot more than that. And they got some help coming. They got reinforcements coming 3 seconds back. If anything, it's going to make it more interesting for them. Nash leading the way out of turn number 4. They're coming to 16 to go this time by. 16 to go. I'll tell you what, Trevor almost wishes he had spun there. Not hit anything, because that would have brought out the caution. That would have put everybody back in contention. Oh yeah, they need a caution. They need a sacrifice is what they need at this point. They need a bad push. Something. They need a lot of help. They need a caution. This group catching them. Francesco, he's the one that needs the miracle. Nash leading the way as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 15 to go this time by. We all know. What is first name start with a J and end with an F? It's funny, you put it together as Jeff without the P in there. But anyway, Dash leading the way with Joshua Moore on his heels. These guys really have no 9 seconds ahead. Right now for these guys, it's all about just not making a mistake. They got to keep it perfect and hoping these guys don't make a mistake, because a caution flag changes everything. Caution flag will absolutely change everything. This group is definitely closing in on the group in front of them. They're now only 2.8 seconds back from that second group, so that second group is going to be getting a little bigger here soon, which will cause some more racing, because these guys know they're not going to catch the leader. Amanda, thank you for the like, appreciate it. As they come through, they got 14 laps to go. Gary leading the way here in this second group. Ambrose, he's getting a big push from David down the first straightaway. They stopped really, they kind of peaked gaining on that second group, so maybe they're not going to get there. But only time will tell as they continue to take down laps here, clean laps. You know, it's amazing what getting a good group of drivers does, as clean as the racing is. I know some of these guys, you know, they're glad that they got clean racing. They don't call them the driving yellow flag for nothing. Oh, God. 13 laps to go. But anyway, what I'm saying is these guys, you know, they got to appreciate running a nice, clean group. But, man, every once in a while, especially when you get caught behind like these guys, you're just kind of looking for a mistake, as Jeff is going to fall back to this group in the number 39. That's going to help that second group gain on them the whole time. Now they're 2 seconds back. 2.2 seconds back. Once this group catches that draft, which they're not too far back from, that's when it's going to be all over. This group is going to suck right in on the back of that second group. We're going to have an 8-car draft here in the second group, but they're going to be 10 or more seconds back from the leaders. That is what's going to be the hard part. So do they just start racing it out, doing their own thing, having a little bit of fun, or do they stay in line and continue to push? I don't think they got enough time to catch the main group. I do not think they have enough time. Ambrose closing in. They're 1.2 seconds back from the second group here. They are flying around this track. They are the fastest group on the track by quite a bit. Everybody, well, top group is running 48 nines, and these guys are all running 48 twos and 48 ones. So they are definitely on the move, but even with that kind of gain on the top group, it's not enough. They're going to have to gain a lot more than that. They're going to gain about a second a lap in order to get there. I don't think they got a second in them. So we're up here back at the front as Josh Moore continues to push that number 18. Kevin Winker in that third position. All right, so this group has gotten a lot bigger now as the third group has caught the second group. Let's see where they take the run as they jump to the high side. Oh, Jeff almost got into Ambrose. That was almost that yellow flag we were looking for. As they're going to get the run on the outside. I don't think they have enough time to catch them. They are gaining, but it's going to be 10 to go. They're going to have to gain. They're going to have to gain a lot. Little less than a second a lap as Ambrose going to the front of the second group. Jeff is saying, hey, I don't want to sit at the back. He jumped up to the top side. That's going to break this group up. 9 seconds back. 9 seconds back. Can these guys get single file? Nobody wants to give it up. They know they want to be further up when they get close to the checkered flag. Ernst trying to find a way down. I'll tell you what, Dave has done a great. I've given Dave a lot of. This is slack. I've given him a lot of slack here in this series, but I'll tell you what, he's done a great job pushing Ambrose here tonight. And I don't think he's not pushed him. I think he's been there the whole time since the pit cycle was over. He's just pushing and getting enough air on the front. And they've been making ground up. but 9.3 seconds back might be too much of a gap for these guys. Ooh, did we just lose somebody? Yeah, Ernst almost lost this group in the number 71 machine. As these guys get single file, they're going to try and push their way up. I don't know what's going on now. These guys taking it up for position. I mean, if it were me, I know we weren't catching them. Might as well race it out. If somebody makes a mistake, well, hopefully it's not me getting caught up and we all catch the pack. I guess is one way to look at it. As we watch this group here, it looks like Francesco has gone a lap down in that number 14 machine. Joshua Moore leading the way as Nash has moved back to that third position in that number 18. 9 seconds back, the group behind them. They are gaining, but it's not enough. This group running 49.3s, the second group running 48.9s. That's just not enough to cover the gap as they come across the line for 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. I'll tell you what, Austin might be sitting in one of the best positions right now. Austin's in this group. He may be a lap down. He's going to be the one that's going to be 100% loyal to the gain by passing these guys. Second pack now within 8 seconds of the first pack. They gained a lot more. A little closer to a second that time, about 8/10. But it's, 7 laps to go. That's not enough. That is not enough as Joshua Moore leads the field out of turn number 4. They are coming to 6 laps to go. They're going to need this top group to make a major mistake, and this is it's not like Talladega where you can wait to the absolute last minute to make your move. So you got to make your move a lot sooner here at Daytona. It's harder to pass. Just plays a different role here. So these guys do get racy and essentially help draw that second group in. Go back and take a look at Ambrose and crew as they're in the second pack here, down the back straightaway. They're trying to stay in line as they snake down the back straightaway. Ambrose going to move up a little bit. I'll tell you what, Dave and Ambrose have a system down. They got it within 7 seconds of the lead. Down to 7 seconds. Excuse me, as they come to 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. They're going to have to gain more than a second a lap at this point. 6.7 seconds now back from the front pack. Let's take a look at the lap time. This time as they cross. Oh, they're only about a half a second faster. That's not going to be enough as we get a big checkup. Big checkup there. Into turn number 1, coming out of 2. Everybody keeps it straight. That could have been a whole lot worse. No, the 906. Dave down into the wall hard. Big wreck from David. Oh, tough luck for the 906. He's going to be done. He's smoking, even if. I think. Let's go take a look at. Oof. All right, so we got Joey. Thank you for the like, appreciate it. This group trying to get organized again. One less truck. David is going to retire for the night in the 906. He was hammering it. David with a great run here tonight. He can hold his head high after this one. He did a great job in that 906. Here comes the lead group as they come across the line with 3 laps to go. This is when you're going to start seeing people thinking about move. 3 laps to go. It is getting borderline time to get moving. Find your pass. This is Daytona, baby. You got to make your move. You got to set it up. It isn't just as simple as setting back and taking the draft. It's got to be planned. Frank, hashtag less. Who else we got over here? That's it. As we come down the back straightaway. So we got Joshua and Kevin, then Nash and Austin, Braxton leading or trailing this group of 5 leaders. Then behind him we got Francesco and Kenny. Could those 2 lap cars play a role in how this one ends? We know Francesco is going to try and help Austin where he can. Will Austin poke out and try and get Francesco up there? 2 laps to go. That conversation has to be going on right now. Those 2 have to be discussing when they want to make their move as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Second group, 6.5 seconds back. They might as well just race at this point. As we come out of turn number 2. Here comes Austin. I knew he was going to make it. Oh, Kevin's going to jump up to the top. So Kevin's going to take the push from Austin. Francesco, loyal, going to move to the high side. Expect him and Austin to stay together. Kevin is going to slide to the bottom. Braxton behind Austin at this point. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, they're going to get the white flag this time by. 1 lap to go. The second group now 4.5 seconds back. Unless there's a mistake made, they're too far back, but they gained a ton that last lap. Austin leads at the line as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Nash is going to move down to the bottom side. He's up underneath Francesco, so we got 3 lap cars on the bottom. 3 lap cars on the bottom. 2 lead lap on the top of the lap car. Down the back straightaway, we got Braxton pushing the heck out of Austin as they head towards turn number 3. Jump up to the blimp. You can see it all happen here as they head into turn number 3. Braxton not on the back bumper of Austin. Through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Braxton back. He's going to push hard out of turn number 4. Here comes Austin on the high side. Coming to the line. Big push from Braxton. They touch. It's going to be Kevin at the line as they crash coming across. Austin second, Braxton third. Wow. All right. What a push here. Let me find a good angle. What a push here. Watch as they get in here. Braxton gives Austin. Oh, wow. Wow, what a finish there. What a finish. What a finish, guys. Let's see. I always forget. I'm going to ink. All right. All right, let me go ahead and remember where I need to go. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to go. Look how close this finish is. Look how close it is. That much. That much is how close that finish was. Poor Joshua Moore became more like Candy Crush than Candy Corn as it came to the line there. As he finishes 4th, let's go ahead and pull in 3rd place. Where is Braxton? Gonna see if Braxton jumps in here. We got Austin in the waiting room now, but yeah, that was a great finish. We're gonna go ahead and shut this off in case I got anything to say. Yeah, that's a great finish. I'm gonna go through the results while we wait for these guys to get into the interview room. Let's go ahead and see how they finish. Kevin with the win. Austin Green second, Braxton third, Joshua Moore in 4th. Nash is going to finish 5th, Ambrose 6th, John Ernst in 7th. Jeff's going to finish 8th in one piece, Kyle 9th, Trevor 10th, Eric in 11th. Gary's going to finish in that 12th position, Francesco 13th, Kenny 14th, David 15th, Tyler Bacon 16th, and Robert did not start the race. Oh, he did. He ended up running 2 laps. Okay. Take that back, I think. Shows he ran a few laps. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness, Shashimura wouldn't end to the end of the race. Yeah, it's been a great race. Yet another disappointing night for Jeffrey. At this point, you got to start wondering, will this guy ever stop disappointing or will he forever be disappointed? disappointment. That's hilarious. Great race, fellas. I agree with you 100%, Doug. Let's see who we got in here. Looks like we got Kevin and Austin. Braxton's been slacking on us here. There he is. You know, it's a good thing you're faster on the track than you are getting into the waiting room.
That's all right. We're here.
I'm just picking on you, man. You gave Austin a massive push, and I mean, you had to be conflicted there because Josh and Kevin have worked so good together this season and last season. I mean, pushing Austin to the win, and then I think you see the difference between fourth and third. You give him that big old push out of four, and man, that was wild.
Yeah, I wish I was. I wish I was the guy that was in front that was getting pushed. I definitely would have took. Uh, I definitely would have took Kevin 3 there, but it is what it is. I'm just upset that he gained more points on us going into the last race. I believe it's going to be 6 points if it goes 1 point back. So
Yeah,
we really need to have something happen next week for us to go back to back for the championship. So we're gonna try to do that.
yeah, it's really hard, especially as consistent as Kevin's been. 3 wins on the season, but definitely a good season for you. You've had a great season. Getting that extra point there at the end barely definitely mattered a lot. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to give a big shout out to Alan's R Images. Wish we could have had the new car out there, but it hasn't been sent to me yet by my painter. But big shout out to him. We got a big race tomorrow with him as well. So um, looking forward to that. And I also want to thank GP Diecast, Jeff Schmidt Auto Group, Bennett's Publical, um, Short Track Report, Midwest Bolt Fabrications, and everybody else that is on the car. Really do appreciate them tuning in um, and trying to win each race. But just we needed a wish we had a friend, another friend that we could work with there to try to overpower the 42 and the 51 there. But we'll see what we could do next week. Hopefully we can get this championship.
For sure. Well, see you next week. Maybe we'll see you in Victory Lane. Maybe we'll get a championship too.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping for it. We'll see.
All right, bud. All right, Braxton, our third place driver. Let's go ahead and bring in Austin. Austin had to feel pretty good about where he was at. Austin James in the booth, get a copy. You got to get out of the bathroom if you're going to talk to me. You there, bud?
Yeah, what's up?
I just heard a noise in the back. I said, "You got to get out of the bathroom if you're going to talk to me." Man,
That's my fan.
you're good. What a race there. Um, you and Nash both come out and end up with that lead pack. You're the only ones. They didn't get away from you guys this time. And man, you tried to get there on the high side. Ed Braxton behind him. I mean, it had to be a little nerve wracking for you knowing that he had run so much with Kevin and Josh, whether or not he was going to stay there with you or take it 3 wide. But you had to feel a whole lot better that Francesco was sitting there, sadly, a lap down, but knowing that he would have stuck with you if Braxton had jumped to the top.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, I was happy when I got out with those guys. I know they've been dominating the whole season, so I knew it was going to come down to that. But I mean, huge thanks to Braxton. I wouldn't have had a chance if he didn't push me. But just I don't know. I maybe I just thought about it too much, or I kind of was worried that if I took the guy 3 wide on the last lap, then at that point he would maybe go with the guys he was working with. But he pushed me as hard as he could, and I feel like just if I was up there a little more often, I probably would have known how to do some of the things better. Maybe take him 3 wide, maybe stay lower in the turns. But yeah, and then the push there at the finish line was really good. I just got a little loose and doored him, so that was a good race, though, man. I had a lot of fun. It was really cool to run up there with some of the leaders for once.
I'll tell you what, the racing this season has been ultra clean. Not a whole lot of problems, and great finish here tonight. I mean, it's Daytona. It's different. Talladega, you feel like you got a little more independence, but here at Daytona, I mean, knowing the situation you were in, and it was essentially 2 against 3, not knowing 100% where Nash might go. You kind of had to feel like you had to make that move a little sooner than you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah, it was just hard, man. Like I said, the 18, I wasn't sure if he was going to try to block the 42 through a great block, and I thought it was just going to be easier with where he was to push instead of taking it 3 wide that late, maybe causing a pile up. But again, just thanks to Braxton, and like I said, I'll learn from it. And if next week, if I'm in the opposite position, I'd be more than happy to push Braxton since he helped me this week.
For sure. Well, great run. Any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Thanks to 213simware.com for sponsoring the truck. And I think that's it. Thanks to you for broadcasting it. And see everybody next week.
All right, buddy. Have a good one, and see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Austin Green with a great finish here tonight, and we got somebody who's very familiar with being here. He's the only one that's been in victory lane as much as me. No kidding.
I finished podium all 5 races this year. So.
Yeah. Well, and you've won 4 of them.
Yeah.
Man, you are on rails this season. I mean, you got to feel comfortable going into Talladega next week for the championship. You jumped up, blocked that top lane. Austin absolutely gave you a massive push. I mean, you had no choice but to drop back down at that point. Man, take me through that last couple laps.
Yeah, I kind of told Josh that I was going to have to jump up there, or he's going to jump up there, because otherwise we would have been sitting duck, because they had Francesco and Austin and Braxton up there. So I threw up and blocked Austin there, and I kind of left Josh out there hungry dry. So once again, I'm the bad teammate, I guess you could say. But I dropped down in front of me, pushed me there at the end. So I mean, overall, it was obviously a good night, good points nights for me and Josh. So I can't complain.
Yeah, I made the comment that Joshua kind of went from candy corn to candy crushed at the end there.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. So,
well, one of these days he's going to get it. He's definitely been putting himself in position. Great run out of the 42 here tonight, and all season long, it's been ultra clean. And, there's no reason for us to feel that next week's not going to be the same way. How do you feel going into next week? I mean, you got to feel like you're on top of the world.
yeah, I think actually, since I haven't used my worst finish has been 3rd, I'm pretty sure I have the championship almost locked up, since I still have a drop week next week.
Uh-huh.
So once they update the points, I might actually change my strategy and just go out and try to race for fun instead of doing the whole field thing. But
You mean
we'll
push?
see what's.
You mean push Josh to a win?
Yeah, I could do that too. But yeah, we'll see once the points come up. But I think I pretty much have it locked up, because my worst finish is 3rd. So I mean, it's pretty hard to beat with 4 wins and a 3rd.
Oh, for sure. Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
First, I'm gonna shout out to Mühlberger Custom Homes again. They weren't on the truck again, but shout out to them. They'll be on the truck next week. This is the last night I'm burning my Halloween paint. So shout out to them. Shout out to Bruce for coming on board. Shout out to Nate Cogdale at Sonic One Chassis for making that awesome paint. Shout out obviously to Josh. I gotta push into one of these days, so I'll get him there. So a big shout out to him. Shout out to the series sponsors, Buck Kicker, Alive and Running Suicide Prevention, Christian iRacers, Warrior Photos, Maconi Setup Shop, Smoky Mountain iRacers, and Omni Gaming Community. And then Ian for putting this league on, and then Andrew again for coming and RCing, and then you as well for putting on the awesome broadcast.
I appreciate it, and can't wait to see what happens next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
All right, bud. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, Kevin with the win. 4th win on the season out of 5 races. That guy is almost untouchable. Guys, it's been a great night. Great race. We're going to go ahead, call it a stream. Thanks for coming out. And as always, until next time, appreciate it. Until next time, be safe and have a good night.